Welcome to episode 5 of the New Knowledge Podcast.
It is episode 5, baby. We back.
We are back from our little break.
Yes,
Had
sir.
to do some self-reflection, a little self-work.
No cap.
A little self-work for the podcast.
No cap.
But first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to one of our partners, El Segundo for Black Lives, that is doing so much to empower the community of El Segundo, to raise awareness about lots of the different issues. They're doing a tremendous job getting media out, supporting protests, making their own protests. Shout out from the New Knowledge, of course.
Of course. I also want to encourage you guys as we come back into this podcast, just podcast vibe, giving you guys that new knowledge. I encourage you guys to be a part of it. We're going to be having new types of videos and posts you guys can be included in on our social media pages. And we encourage you guys to kind of advertise your own businesses and advertise your talents through New Knowledge, and we can do the same for you. We'll be a platform where you can kind of, show a little sponsorship or whatever, and also give our audience maybe a new piece of information, knowledge, some philosophy you may like, anything you're learning in college or the education level you're at right now. We encourage all ages to come ahead and join. But I really want to say, it's been a while, but we're back.
We're back.
You know what I'm saying? We are the voices of tomorrow.
We're the warriors of the unheard.
Crenshaws finest.
And you're listening to
The New Knowledge Podcast. Yes, sir! Yo,
We're back.
we're back. It feels good, man. I missed it.
Like a month.
It's been, bro. It's been a cool minute, bro.
But before you guys think that we've been slacking off,
Oh, my
we got new stuff coming. I promise you, we got new stuff coming.
But we've really been in the works, engineering some new stuff going on, no cap. And yeah, just trying to find ways in which you guys can be involved, especially during a time like this where we're kind of have to be to ourselves for the safety of others. It may not be like everybody can pop up at, one of our houses and record a podcast. So, there have been things going on in LA. So, unfortunately for Christoph, you know what I'm saying? A few things have been going on.
Yeah, man, we had 2 COVID scares, 2 back-to-back. So, at least for me, I went with some friends, hanging out, and then a couple days after, got that text, tested positive for COVID. So that's 14 days out straight away. And then some family friends also tested back for COVID right after I got my negative test for my last COVID. So if you want to blame it on somebody, you can blame it on me. I was stuck in the house, but we're back.
We're back. You know what I'm saying? And even being stuck at the house, we found ways to kind of like interact and continue our meetings and scheduling. So although we may not be broadcasting our conversations, we still have been having the important ones.
Of course.
But I also want to say that we will be coming to you guys with the Zoom podcast. So it will be streamed live to our YouTube channel. And then also we will be recording it and releasing on Sundays.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
New days.
New days. And if you guys want to be a part of that team, editing, just adding a little flair to what we're doing now, I think that would be amazing. Right now, currently, we're not on the Zoom one. We're actually gonna record this one and post it to the YouTube and some of clips to the podcast channel at New Knowledge Podcast on Instagram. And if you guys want to follow us on Twitter. Or actually, if you guys want to kind of take over some of the pages, I know some people may have more of a creative, side when it comes to social media.
As social media goes, man.
Yeah, we try to be on it as much.
We're trying.
We are college men, you know what I'm saying, and so we do have sometimes our hands full. And for those of you who can find the time to do it, it would be amazing if you guys can help us out and kind of relieve us. We can have a New Knowledge team instead of a New Knowledge duo.
Yeah. So what you been on the last couple of weeks, man? You started college.
Bro, yes,
first
sir.
Day of school.
Morehouse College. So my first day of school was like August 16th, 17th. I want to say I've been striving so far. I feel like I've been doing good. I've learned so much. I'm taking 6:30 a.m. courses. My
that
condolences
East Coast.
go out to those of you who are on the West Coast and have to take East Coast classes.
Yeah.
It is an adjustment.
Yeah,
it's
tough.
an adjustment.
That's tough.
And I get tired. I've slept through a couple classes. I'm not the perfect person. But I do learn so much throughout those classes.
You just turn that Zoom camera off,
bro. It's so easy. And that teacher at 6:30 be live because it's 9:30 over there, so they be like, And then he asked me, McKinnon, why is your camera off? And I'm like, bro, I'm shirtless, bro. I'm not really stressed. Like,
I was taking because I'm taking my pre classes and remember the other day. I just turned the camera off, leaned back in my chair, woke up 30 minutes later. Dang.
Now, I remember I fell asleep during my English class, and dang, I'm really ratting on myself here. But, I fell asleep during my English class, and I woke up, and I was the only one left in the meeting.
Oh.
Because the teacher was still waiting for her next class to join that same meeting.
Oh, dang.
Bruh, so I'm just there.
Got caught lacking.
Got caught lacking, bruh. I know she wasn't going to say nothing, but I knew she knew. She knew. But yeah, anyways, my most interesting class, actually, I'm taking is called History of the African Diaspora. We study from, it says from 1800 to now, or there's a time period for the class. But really, we've been reading this book called Reversing Cell by Michael A. Gomez. And that book covers so much. It goes all the way back to, to BCE, where it's we're studying the Egyptians, the Nubians, interactions with the Greco-Roman world, really interesting things. And I've learned so much. I've learned stuff that goes against majority of the things I learned about Africans and the ancestors and my culture
in my regular history class.
And it's, I think it's one of the perks of going to HBCU. It's also just one of the perks of joining one of those classes.
Yeah, and, definitely.
And I like the Morehouse vibes. The brothers there are cool. Hopefully we can have some of them on the podcast because when I tell you that there are some smart people, bro, my type of people, man. They're very, very intelligent men. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, I still got a little time before UCLA start. But I'm not taking any interesting classes like that. I got a philosophy class. That's probably the most interesting thing. But
there's so much you can get out of philosophy, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I have no idea what to expect. But that's the one class I was taking. Let me just
spice it.
Let me just spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm taking
not so much computer science and math. Let me get one more.
I think that's the luxury of taking the quarter system compared to the semester system.
Oh yeah, I gotta take a whole bunch more classes at the end of it.
Yeah, right now I'm taking 8 classes.
Yeah, you gotta double, triple up for the long haul.
And we end at November 21st or something like that, right before Thanksgiving. So
that's not bad. That's not too bad.
We're going from December to February.
Ooh, whoa, huh?
Yeah.
And then you come back.
And then we come back.
Done at what, May?
Yeah. So speedy semesters. I spent the last before you got here, I spent the last 5 hours doing 26 paragraphs or so essay. Yeah, it's a lot, and it's what I chose to do, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. But yeah. So let's let's dive into the current events.
Oh well, I mean, it's been so long. Definitely the past. Chadwick Boseman, definitely want to give our new knowledge respects out to his family, everybody who's touched. That was a tough one.
It was a big loss for me. That's one of my favorite actors. You know what I'm saying? So it's and he's my favorite because he was able to play so many roles,
definitely
so perfectly.
I mean, the way that he was able to, I wouldn't even say act, but embody yeah. Just embody so many black icons.
Yeah. And
not only just black icons, but made himself an icon in the Black Panther. It's it's something that it goes past just acting.
Yeah.
It's it was something really special, and I say the only movie I've ever bought for my, or whenever I used to have an Android, but we're not gonna talk about that. But on my Google Play Store, the only thing I've ever bought, only movie I bought is 42.
Yeah.
And
Amazing movie.
it was like, it's funny, I'll tell you. So when it came out, when it premiered, so I played soccer at AYSO Region 1031. And for those of you who don't know, it's right here, like down the street. So we're in Lemur Park. It's down there off of Stalker and Fairfax, next to those oil fields, right next. It's like Ladera.
Yeah.
And that field is primarily black people because that's who lives around there. And definitely growing up playing there, you played on you had like an all-star team, which is like like a lot of the good players. And whenever we'd go to these tournaments, we were like the only black team, primarily black team. You always had those token black kids,
Yeah.
like all that. But primarily black and Hispanic team. And, we really had this, or growing up, I mean, we never understood that until now, looking back. But, like, going to all these tournaments, we were the only black team. And it was like, in this space where it was primarily, white families, white players, you gravitate towards yourselves. So for whatever reason, I think it came out because when a movie you come out on like the Thursday before,
the Thursday night before,
yeah. So like that Thursday night, whole team drove down to like downtown LA to go watch the movie.
Yeah.
And it was not even the whole team, but like the whole region drove down and watched it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I don't ever remember having so much fun. I mean, what was I, like 12 or something like that? So everybody going down, we got our team and like, little girls' teams, we're all going down to the movie,
Yes, sir.
And then, it was just, I never remembered watching a movie and having such a great time, even though the movie is super, tense.
Yeah.
But overcoming all of the odds and the way that he was able to embody that in a modern sense really had us not only inspired to keep on, winning championships or whatever it is, but just knowing that you, in those particular struggles, like you never can give up, and when you think that something has gone too far, there's always like that little place that you can reach to continue. Yeah. So I mean that movie in itself, I will forever cherish. Forever.
I had a dope experience like that when it comes to seeing the premiere of one of his movies. I was with somebody who joined us on a podcast episode. I think our last one, episode 4, Blaine Browning. Well, his family invited me to see the premiere at the TLC Chinese Theaters, bro, for Black Panther. And I'm like, yo, say less, right? Bet. So I get there, and I get his mom's passing back the tickets. And I remember before going in that, like, I knew that it was about to be the most insane special night. Because as we rolled up, I'm seeing people in all types of amazing, beautiful African clothing.
Oh, yeah, everybody was coming, yeah.
Bro, we like the village was coming, bro. Like, it was so dope.
It was on Amazon looking.
Bro, and not just black people, too, bro. Yeah. Like, it was really, like, white people coming up there, bro, with with yellow, black, and green. Bro. It was just so much culture, so much good vibes.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. So, we step into the place, and you can buy your Black Panther box and your Black Panther what you call the straw.
Little straw.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
the
whole
ices.
Yeah, the icy. That's what I had, the icy cup.
Yeah.
And we go, and we're at a really good seat. You know what I'm saying? I wonder how they got them seats. We had a really good seat. And we're far up. And they're about to premiere the movie. And the curtain, there's the commercials and previews and everything playing. And then they're about to premiere the movie. And before they open the curtain, it closes back. And then this guy comes out and he's like, before you talk about the movie, you know what I'm saying? This is a new movie on behalf of Marvel. The TLC Theaters like to present Black Panther, et cetera, et cetera. And to give you guys a little introduction to the movie, here is Ryan and Chadwick.
Oh,
and
the director.
director,
Yeah.
and Chadwick